Okay, I'm here to keep things simple about this update. I've got no idea if any of the bigwigs of Forsaken are going to see this. I don't mean it rudely, I'm sorry. Uh, all I will simply say is I like the idea of Dusekkar giving overheal with plasma beam. I really like that idea, as it set him apart from Builderman and Elliot as a support character. Because if you think about it, like, boom, like, that's like 25 extra health, and a speed boost for the survivor, and a slowness for the killer. Like, I like the idea of Dusekkar giving basically extra health, but cannot heal. Like, that set him I guess that set him apart from Elliot and Builderman as a whole. And the fact that it can go through walls too. Let me see if I can hit. Uh, I think it's right there. I am the wrong way. It's basically like the thought behind was like the hotfix. I would say it was very necessary. Like looking at the update log, it's like yeah, I get it. You had to do it. Like, it was very bloody necessary to maintain the balance of the game. Because if you had like 8 Dusekkars, that means just like everyone's just gonna keep giving each other health, speed, and slowing you down. And frankly, that's annoying to the killer. Also, good decision to nerf the XP gain, but I do think the cash should be still the same. It's still hard to hit your shots on Dusekkar. Because it's like, your beam is thin. Like, look how thin that hitbox is. But I'm here to suggest some, I guess, better changes. Though I mainly want to fundamentally want Dusekkar to not be just like a guy who just gives speed, gives slowness, gives resistance, and that's it. Like, the thing is, otherwise, he's actually, no, his plasma beam slows the killer. He's not defenseless. But he's severely weaker if he can't get the distance to be able to cast plasma beam safely. Though I'm not here to talk about the speed. Another fuck, like bloody hell. Like normally that's perfectly fine, but if I aim behind me, it never goes like this way. Like just like goes that way. No idea if the mouse is viewable or not. I probably did set it to capture. Oh wait, I did. Yeah, let me just show the example. I swear. Okay, whatever, that doesn't matter. So, to put it simply, I think Dusekkar should get the overheal back for hitting Plasma Beam, but I would say it's like, depending on how many Dusekkars there are, the amount you would give, would be, like, percentagely cut. So, like, if there are 2 Dusekkars, they'd give each other, like, 50% less overheal if they hit each other with it. So that's 12.5 health, which is still quite a good bit. Like, that could bloody save you at any point. Like, 1 health, even alone, is enough to save you. Another thing I want to say for balancing is if a Dusekkar hits a Dusekkar with a Plasma Beam, then it doesn't apply the speed buff, only just overhealing. So, that way, it's similar to Elliot. Elliot can still heal Elliot, but heals less, and doesn't give a rush hour charge. Builderman just gets nerfed by having more Buildermen placing stuff. I really do think that Dusekkar should get the overheal back. But the way I'm thinking of it is, I want Dusekkar to be able to heal, like, not heal, give overheal still, but it would be split between Dusekkars. So, for example, now let me just reset. Let me open up the inventory. Oh yeah, also, good idea to reset everyone's levels on Dusekkar. Great idea. So, I can only hit one player at a time. Oh! Oh, they did that? Neat. Oh, okay, so Soul said in the update log that Plasma Beam no longer has an effect on killers if 6 or more Dusekkars are present. But I think that's a lie, because 0.5 seconds for every other Dusekkar alive, but if the slowness duration is less than or equal to 0.5 seconds, nothing happens. So technically, if you have 5 Dusekkars, then you don't get to slow the killer. I don't think it's a good idea to, yeah. But the way I wanted it to be, like, but the way I'm thinking it should be is, Elliot heals, right? Duh. Builderman can heal too, but it's more so, like, slowly. And can heal multiple at a time, while also having the ability to consistently slow the killer with a sentry and distract them from the other survivors, wasting their time to kill a building when they should be killing survivors. Dusekkar, from this hotfix, I feel like he's gotten slightly worse. Like, hold on. Like, I really think that, like, look, just build this, like, boom. Builderman is already able to slow down the killer for this large of an area. I feel like the range should be bigger, but I'm going crazy. And like, oh yeah, no, you could just like set the dispenser like right here and it's going there, but like, boom, it's already doing a lot of effort for people who approach it. Like, they don't even have to ask an Elliot or wait for the Elliot to get off cooldown to heal. They can just walk up to a dispenser and boom, rapid health regen. Everyone wins. Well, except the killer who, has to kill the survivors. But the Dusekkar just gives speed, slowness, and resistance. Like, that's it. Like, that's really it. Like, ooh, look, food. Like, of course, it's good you can't self-heal with Elliot, but the issue is, right, is that Elliot has a consistent way to run away from the killer. Be it juking, like, moving in ways they wouldn't predict you move, or just baiting them out with our attacks, like, ooh, they're gonna attack me, so I'm gonna do this then. And even if they're in a bad spot, they could just pop this and whoosh. Get out of a bad spot easily. However, for Dusekkar is similar to Elliot. but cannot manually speed themselves up, which is a big issue if you think that if you don't get enough distance from the killer due to their poor stamina due to their poor stamina management. I nearly fucked that up twice. Yeah, like, in all cases, the killer always will out-stamina you no matter what. Because they have 110 and lose stamina at the same rate as you do. So you need to conserve your stamina really often against a good killer. And even then... Oh yeah, sudden topic switch. But yeah, the hitboxes actually feel a lot better. Thanks, Soul. So, like 4 hours ago, Soul released an update for this game, which added Dusekkar in, and they gave Dusekkar a bunch of skins, Shitletsky a few skins, a Cool Kid skin, and 2 Jason skins, one of which has a unique chase theme. They buffed Noob. And they also reduced the cooldown of 07's clones. But yeah, Milestone 100 Jason, Milestone 4 Jason also got a new chase theme. I'll probably put a link for that in the description. Yeah, they also made some minor changes to how hitboxes work so that they feel more responsive, and honestly, I really feel like they did work. They did wonders. But back to the point I was wanting to make. Dusekkar should be not just giving speed, right? Speed 1 for 4 seconds, that's not bad. Slowness 2 for 3 seconds, that's not bad. And on a 20-second cooldown, that's not too bad. 275 seconds. Bloody hell. The issue now that I see with Dusekkar's hotfix was they removed what I see to be his unique trait as a support character. Right? Which was, he would give them extra health, although it was temporary extra health. Also a bit of a bug with Dusekkar, but if you get hit by several plasma beams, well, it's no longer a bug because it got removed, but it's still a bug. Having too many plasma beam overheals at once would cause the amount of health gained from it to stick for longer and seem to make it semi I can't say that word properly. Okay, no what? It just seemed to make it last forever until you lost it. And even if you lost it, if you got it again, it would just still not go down. Like, the only time it would reset was when the round ended. Like, that's bloody crazy. Also, I do have to say, Forsaken, you did a really good job with this. And a bit of a personal request. If you want me to do stuff, if you want me to like help you guys out, I don't mind. I like this game and I wish to see it grow further. You know? I just really like this game. It's just, I feel like the the world was a bit too harsh on Soul. Like, Soul had a bad past, and I feel bad for them, honestly. I don't know much of what happened because I didn't show up to the whole drama thing about Soul, but from what I garnered, Soul was accused of several things, but they were all never backed up with proof. Like, sure, Soul did these shitty things that they talked about. Well, actually, she talked about. But didn't we all do that? Let me ask a question. What makes you so different from someone who did the exact same thing as you did in the past? What makes you so different and so innocent compared to someone else who probably did the same thing as you, but were younger at the time and just wanted attention? What makes you different to them? Though it's a rhetorical question, don't actually answer that. Please, just don't. Anyways, yeah. That was a bit off topic. Back to the point I still wanted to make. Dusekkar should be able to overheal, but gives less overheal on other Dusekkars, and less in general if there are more Dusekkars. If, let's say, 5 or more Dusekkars are present, which is technically fucking throwing, as you do not need several of the same survivor, unless it's funny, of course. But if 4 or 5 more Dusekkars are present, they do not give overheal. Period. If it's one Dusekkar, allow them to hit multiple people at once, as a good Dusekkar will be able to make their aim hit multiple things at once. Like, reward the solo Dusekkar with the ability to do more. Just like how a single Builderman has the most amount of healing in groups, and Elliot can recover a chunk of health if he's able to do his generators, cause ahem, can people fucking read? Oh, 50%? Fuck. Okay. Oh wait, he heals 35 by default, so... Let me do some calculations. 35 divided by 4 is 8.75. And then add that by 35. 43.75 health. So, if he's able to do his objectives, and he's the only Elliot, he can heal you for 44 health. That is half of Dusekkar. No, that's up to that's nearly half of Dusekkar's health, nearly half of Builderman's health, Chance's health if he's at 90 or so. That's over half of health of 2-time. That's like nearly also half of Noob, Guest, 07, Shed, Chance, if he's got a big amount of health. What's his health capped at again? Oh, they lowered the intensification of the reroll by 7% per charge. Fuck. But yeah, Chance is able to have up to 120 health, which is fucking stupid. Which is 5 more than Guest, but Guest will have the most consistent max health as he has 115 all the time. Although 2-time Last Man Standing gets 110. But the thing is, yeah, in general, really, I think Dusekkar should have his overheal back. I think it's unique about him. When I saw Dusekkar, I saw that, and I was with a friend after he first released. I used his ability on a friend, and asked them what happened. And they said that they got speed and health. That was why I was thinking, ooh, I could main Dusekkar. Oh. We are in alpha still, content still subject to change, marriage balances and reworks. Not be tolerated. Yep. Okay, they just, okay, so one of the Forsaken staff members just said, not to harass their team. Yeah, don't do that, guys. That's rude of you. Especially towards the owner of the game. Anyways, aside from that, I think constructive in some format, I genuinely do think Dusekkar should get the overheal back. Oh yeah, also bit of a stretch, but I think Dusekkar should be immune to John Doe's traps. He's floating on the ground. He's floating off the ground. The digital footprint is a portal on the floor. He's not touching the floor. So why does it still work like that? I don't really want to be rude about it, but I think that he should at least be immune to John Doe's traps too. Yeah, cold levitation still gets hit by John Doe trap. Anyways, yeah. I think his levitation does affect his hitbox a bit. I might be crazy. I'll figure it out soon enough. Anyways, yes, this is all I wanted to talk about. Oh, Dusekkar feels slower. 12, 24. Nope, he has the exact same speed as the others. So, to put it simply, let me summarize what I wanted to say this whole video. Dusekkar should get the overheal back, but does less to others, and in general if there are more. Dusekkar should not be able to pierce if 2 exist at any time, but allow a single Dusekkar to pierce up to 2 or 3 players at once. That way, he still can't just farm XP or money off of other people, because that would be ruining the fun of it. And I just think that, in general, I'm just stretching it again. What I want is pumpkin guy. In general, I just wanted so Elliot heals in chunks. Build him and heal slowly and can slow the killer with the sentry. Dusekkar can give speed and slowness from a distance, while also being able to give a survivor protection from killer attacks by reducing their damage by 80%. I think that's a little too strong though. 80%? Well, resistance 4. I think, personally, I would say it should be knocked down to resistance 3 at least. Because before, it was, if there were 4 Dusekkars, all protecting survivors at once, all the shields break, they all get inflicted with blindness and slowness. That was fine. But the issue I have is it's still resistance 4. I think it should be knocked down a little to resistance 3 to make sure that if 3 Dusekkars are doing it at once, then they wouldn't give any resistance at all. At least I think so. But yeah, I guess that's the main theory of what I have, is let a solo Dusekkar be able to do a bit more. But I'd also say, I think nerf the cooldown of Plasma Beam a tad to 25, which is going to cause a lot of pain for certain encounters where you wish you had it at 20, but I think having it at 25 would make it a lot more balanced. Also make the hitbox a little bigger. Just make it easier to hit. Anyways, that's all for me. Bye!